There we go. Good morning. Okay, it appears my screens are on. It appears everything is working properly. Good morning, friends. You're going to hear some noise downstairs. Mom's tootling around downstairs. And I haven't shut my studio door because it's a little warm and I need to have some airflow in here. It is about 9:30 in the morning. I've been awake about an hour and a half. I watched some YouTube videos. I watched a new Allison Davis how to, basically a behind the scenes sketches, how to use the sketches. Let me grab what I want to work on. And kind of just took my time waking up this morning. Oh, it's right here. I'm not going to say that I'm fully awake yet. I don't know that I'm fully awake yet, but we'll do this together. I've got my lava lamp on. I have my candle, my Sensei candle on. I have my coffee. And I was watching the Allison Davis video and I was like, you know what? I want to play. It's time to play. I think I can just put this over here. I don't need to have it up on the bookstand today. I think I know what I'm doing. So this is page 2. My daughter's texting me. She's wanting to know how she's got to take her boyfriend to work and wants to know how long I'm going to be live. So I'm just letting her know a while. I'm just putting that I'm stitching. So you'll know what that means. So, okay. I have my phone on silence, but for some reason when people text, it comes through. So, have my photos, have my threads. We're going to finish the layout that we started yesterday. And actually, when I was looking at the timeline yesterday, it appeared that I had been on for about 2 hours. But when it uploaded to YouTube, it said it had only been an hour. So I'm trying to keep it at the moment. I'm trying to keep it. Sorry, she's showing me that she stepped in some paint. She's doing some painting. She's an artist, so painting on canvas. So she's showing me she stepped in paint. So now her feet are blue. She's turning into a Smurf. I try to keep the videos between less than 2 hours. No more than 3 right now. I'm ramping myself up and trying to get ready to do an all-day stream. But I don't have tech help during the day. My husband actually works during the day. He's in another room. And that's the other reason I'm trying to keep the streams to a manageable amount, because he's also streaming with his team. And if one of us has to make a choice of who's going to be online, if we have a bandwidth problem, I'm always going to jump off. He's the one that needs the bandwidth, so I'm always going to drop off if needed. So I'm at the moment just trying to build my endurance up to being able to do all days chats, and then it'll possibly be on Saturdays when that starts. So we'll see. Right now I'm trying to keep it at the 2, no more than 3 range, because you guys have lives, you have things that you want to do, and you know, I understand you guys can pop in and out as needed. But I don't want to abuse your time either, you know. So anyway, that's my thought process. So, have coffee, need tape. The boys haven't figured out that I'm up here yet, so we have a few minutes before you hear Thundercats. This. We've already done that. Is there anything else that I need? I feel like I'm missing something. Power strip is on. That's the other thing yesterday. The battery almost ran down on my laptop because I forgot to turn the power strip on. I always unplug my electronics when I leave in the evening, when I close the room up and leave in the evening, because this particular room, for some reason, I've had 2 lightning strikes and lost electronics in this room only. I don't know if, and they haven't been direct to the house, but it's been close enough by that I've lost 2 computers, we've lost a TV, we've lost, and it's just this room. It's not anything else in the house. So I've gotten to where if it's anything expensive or hard to replace, I put it in a power strip and then I just turn the power strip off. And then I actively unplug my computer so my computer is not plugged into anything when I leave the room. So, might be a bit of an overkill, but I'm getting tired of replacing expensive equipment. So, we're just going to stitch. I am going to put the photographs on, and then I have to stop and think about embellishments because I only have this one pack of embellishments left, and I don't know if it's going to be exactly enough to do what I want to do. So I have to think about embellishments. And I'm also using 2 different one-page sketches to make a 2-page layout. So, and it looks like it's from the Close to My Heart reflection book. Yeah, it's from, both of them are from Reflections. So the one that I'm working on right now is page 19 of Reflections. And the one that I did, or started years ago, because this is a sketch that I found, is page 18 of Reflections. So, oh, here comes Thundercat number 1. Hi, baby. Oh, are you bringing a ball? Yes. Yeah, you brought a ball. Why don't you come over here? Come on. Good boy. I am trying to teach them that there are boundaries. So basically, if it's on this white right here, that while I'm working, they can't come over here. They're having a hard time with it. But I'm trying. Our last cat, Callie, she passed away almost a year ago. She was 16. She lived to a ripe old age. But she never jumped on my craft table. She never tried to eat paper. She never, you know, she was just, she loved to smell the paper, and that was about it. So when I received a new box of goodies in, I would open the paper and let her sniff. But other than that, no, I'm working. I'm working. Go get a new box. No, Bubba. Right there. I'm working. Stay there. No, don't eat. Don't eat. So see, he knows what he's doing. You guys can't see him, or at least I don't think you can see him. You might only be able to see his rear end. But he knows what he's doing. But anyway, she would want to see the paper, smell the paper. And other than that, she was done. I never had to worry about leaving something out on the desk and having her eat it. I never had to hide my stitching stuff. She just was not interested. And I started scrapbooking around the same time we got her. Go get in your box. So, I don't know if she was just, I mean, she was antisocial to begin with. We would have people come to the house and not know we had a cat. So I don't know if it was just her personality or what. But man, these two are like, what are you doing, Mom? I want to help. So. Oh, now he's, can you see him? Yeah, you can barely see him. So update on the scrap room. We have begun construction. If you're part of the Facebook group, I'll be posting pictures over there. But we have begun construction. My husband has started the corner part of the desk. He did all the cuts and measuring. He hasn't attached anything or bolted anything together yet. But we're making the new desk. It's going to be the same design as this one, except we're making it modular, in case I need to move anything around, because the desk that I am currently using, this desk, you cannot take it apart. It's bolted together. It is glued. It's everything. You cannot take it apart. And he wants my next desk to be the same design, but movable if I decide I want to move it. Now, I, for years and years, did not move my room around. It was only after I started filming and I realized I was in the far corner of the room. This setup right here was in the far corner, and I realized I don't have any natural light. I was having to rely solely on artificial light, which causes shadows, and I just didn't like it. So I wanted to move everything over here to this side of the room. So the first thing I started with was I had a nice desk-like structure for my cutting station. So I just moved all of my cutting gear, my Big Shot, that type of stuff. I just moved it and took over the desk. Well, that's fine and dandy, except it was counter height, and I'm not counter height. So we had to go buy me a bar stool, and that was just a very uncomfortable filming situation. I didn't enjoy filming because I was not comfortable. So then my husband was on, I don't know if he was on a business trip or what he was doing, but I picked a day because he kept telling me this desk wouldn't move. So I picked a day, and I happened to be running a fever that day, which is a rarity. I don't know what was wrong with me, but I was sick, and I was just like, that's it, I'm done. I need a change. And my daughter was already in college, but her room was empty, but I was of the adage, I didn't want to take her room over just yet, because if and when she needed to come home, I wanted her to have her room. And I didn't want her to feel like she didn't have a place to come home to if she needed to. So I didn't want to take over her room, but I needed to do something different here. So I literally, if it was on the floor, I didn't mess with any of the shelving. All the shelving is still in the original place. But if it was on the floor, I moved it out, everything, and basically turned this desk over on its side and was scooting it to get it turned back over and get it in the proper position. Well, I got it stuck because it was, we're talking centimeters, just over a corner of my wall. And I mean, we're talking the tiniest amount. And I actually considered chunking out part of the wall just to get this one little corner moved. And my mom came in and she was like, well, wait a minute, let's think about this. And I was getting frustrated. I didn't feel good. My desk is turned upend, you know, and between the two of us, we got it placed. We weren't able to get it flipped back over, but we at least got it where I wanted it. And then when my husband came home, it took all three of us to flip it and get it standing back where it actually belonged. But he was amazed that we even was able to get it switched around in this part of the room. Now with that, with the desk being on this side of the room, I lost a lot of floor space. It doesn't make sense, but I really lost a lot of floor space. So there's a lot of things that could not come back into this room that I miss, like my cutting station, my refrigerator, a lot of storage. I've got a lot of storage missing because this takes up two of the bigger walls. So when we get into the new studio, I will be very happy to have all of that back. I think I miss my cutting station the most because everything was out, and all I had to do was, get up, come over to the cutting station, run it through a die cutter, whether it was my electric Big Shot or a Cuttlebug or whatever, and it took 2 minutes to do what I needed. To where now I have to go find the piece of equipment, whether it's in the next room or in my closet, and then I have to locate everything, and then I have to pull it all out, and it's not as conducive to playing. Okay, I'm going to make some more thread real fast. So anyway, I'll be glad to get that set back up again. Now we did figure out, because we did some quick measurements and stuff, I bought new curtains for that room, or I thought I bought new curtains for that room. I actually bought one curtain. I bought one panel and didn't realize it. And I bought this probably 2 years ago. I just took it out of the packaging. But luckily, the curtain itself will stretch across the window, the big window. So what I think we're going to do is take it over to my seamstress and see if she'll just cut that curtain in half and make 2 panels. Easy peasy. Right. So I need to do that, but I don't know if she's open. I don't know, you know, because the seamstress, they get kind of intimate with you, depending on what they're trying to seam or sew or alter. So I don't know if she's been allowed to open yet or not. Oh, I'll have to do a drive-by. Is your box on the desk? Are you about to fall out of your box? You're not talking to me? He's got his grouchy face on. So let me make some thread real fast. Basically, I'm just separating the 6 strands down into 3 strands. That end doesn't want to start. Okay, let's start at this end. If it doesn't separate easily, try the other side. Just want to make sure that each end has 3. Yep, there we go. Okay, I'm going to cut it right there because that's where it started. That's going to be a knot point. That's where it started fraying on the other side. So I'm going to just cut that one and put it in the trash. Put that right there so the cats won't get it. I have just a tiny little trash can off to the side, just out of camera range. Sorry, I know I'm out of frame to thread a needle, but you need a needle close to you. You can't always do it in frame. Sorry, guys. Okay, so let's get started again. So anyway, I need to take the curtain over to the seamstress and see if she can just split it down the middle for me and basically make 2 curtains. Because I did purchase them about 2 years ago, and I bet you I will not be able to find that second panel. That's going to be near impossible. I will be right back. Hold on one moment, guys. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed when I stood up, but I'm still in my jammies. So, it's just one of those days where you wash your face, you brush your teeth, and you go from your nighttime jammies to your daytime jammies. We had very nice rainstorms yesterday all day long. It's cloudy. It's just one of those days you want to stay in your jammies. I remember when I was working, it was these kind of days that I was just like, can these happen on my days off? And the rare times that it did, I just curled up on the couch and enjoyed the day. I'm stuck. Hold up. There we go. So yesterday, because I don't have to work anymore, so yesterday I curled up on the couch. I have a new Eve Dallas book that was just released on my birthday. It was released on the 8th. And I curled up on the couch and I just read all day. And I finished that book. So it was such a lovely day. I didn't turn the lights on. I just let the clouds roll in as they, watch the light change in the house as the clouds roll in. And of course you're, reading on a Kindle, so you don't have to have a light to read. And it was just a lovely day. All right, Thread. What are you doing that you're, what's the deal? Why are you nodding up right there? And then for dinner I wanted to keep it easy for dinner, so I did a hamburger pasta type thing. And when I was done, I was like, that was just a fancy hamburger helper. It was very good, but it was just a fancy hamburger helper. So I looked at my husband and I went, do we have enough food in the fridge for tonight just to do a leftover night? Because I don't feel like cooking. So I think tonight's going to be a clean out night. And then tomorrow I will do a meal plan and get the grocery shopping done because I still haven't been grocery shopping this week. And get ready to enjoy my weekend. And if the weather holds, I think Mike is going to take down, he's going to take down the cassette player that's hanging right there on the wall and my 2 ink racks out of the closet. And while he's spraying the desk and painting it white, he's going to spray those down and paint them white too. So it's time. I would like them to be painted white. So I think this weekend he's going to paint the corner part of the desk and then assemble, bring that upstairs, store it in the room, and then get started on the 2 long pieces. I have an 8-foot section and a 12-foot section. So, and honestly, the hardest part about this room that we're doing is because my work spot is going to be directly in front of 2 huge windows. We're trying to figure out lighting and camera placement because we can't put a shelf in front of that window to hold lighting and camera equipment. So we're trying to figure out a ceiling down option, but the ceiling right there is angled, so we're just going to have to find something to figure it out. And it's also going to have to be low enough that I don't need a step ladder to get to the camera. So we got to figure all this out. That's going to be the hardest part. Once the desk is built, the loading in, because the general setup of the room is going to be the same as this one, as far as where everything is, other than the addition of the paper island. But the camera setup and the lighting setup is going to be the key issue. It might take us a little bit of time. So if you see a gap in videos again, that may be the issue. is just finding the best way of setting that up. So, almost done with this side, and then we'll do the other side. And I did go on Amazon yesterday. I was looking at a few of the warehouse box video unboxings for Echo Park, and there was a paper packet, I want to say called Let's Get Away, or something, it's a travel packet that I was intrigued about because we love to travel, so I will take travel paper any day of the week. And then they also had a cat-themed kit. And I was like, well, I have 2 kittens that I have taken 12 million photographs of, so that would be a good paper pack to have. So I picked up the kit and then just an ephemera pack for both of those papers. And then I picked up a 4th of July ephemera, because I can put together paper, not a problem, for 4th of July. It's just sometimes the ephemera can kind of kick you behind a little bit, you know, all the doodads. So I picked up a 4th of July ephemera pack. So I'm waiting for those to come in. And then once my island is built, I will do a video on how I plan on storing my paper, because I have found, pardon me, hold on. I have found the perfect way for me. Sorry, yes, I have a back scratcher in my room. Haha. I have found the perfect way of storing paper for myself. And if you want to see a sneak peek, go over to the YouTube channel Craft Some Joy and look at her paper storage situation. When she explained how she does things, a light bulb went off in my brain, and I was very excited. So I went out and purchased everything that I could find, and I will be doing my paper that way. It just made total sense in my brain, and especially with the paper island that we're building, why not? So, and basically the paper island, we're taking 2 calyx units, 2x4 calyx units, like, kind of like the one behind me over here, the IKEA version, so they're bigger and made for paper. And one side of it, so 8 cubes, one side is going to be nothing but cardstock, and one side is going to be nothing but pattern paper. And at the moment, I don't have 8 cubes worth of pattern paper, and I don't want 8 cubes of pattern paper, but I want space to be able to spread out the pattern paper and find what I want. I don't want it to be so jammed up in there that I can't find anything. So that's why I want to go ahead and do 8 cubes of, you know, pattern paper, to where I can spread it out a little bit and be able to see my collections and see what I have. You know, or possibly do an Echo Park cube or a Cartabella cube, or close to my heart cube's obviously going to be bigger because I order more of their paper. But I just want room to be able to easily assess my pattern paper, get to it. Because right now I just have a crate. I just have one office crate full of paper. That's it. And I kind of don't want to get beyond that. To me, that's a good working amount of paper. Because there's always new paper coming out. We don't want to get so much paper and not use our paper. Get so much paper that we drowned in it. But yet we still want to be able to buy the new collections and enjoy the new collections. So I am very much of the adage, use what you have. Keep your stash small enough that you are not overwhelmed, but but yet you're able to find what you need and still enjoy new product. So now cardstock is a totally different thing. I love cardstock. At the moment, when the new colors come in, I'll have just about 80 colors of cardstock, and I adore cardstock, but it's so versatile that I don't mind having 8 cubes full of cardstock. I'm sorry. It's just, you know, that's just the way it is. Now some of these cubes only have 1 or 2 sheets in them. I'm almost finished with those colors, so those will be, you know, phased out once I'm finished with those colors and they're retired and I can't buy anymore. So, because if you remember, I went through and gathered all of my paper, not just my current paper, and put it all in the racks. So if I have cardstock, it's in those racks. To where, as a consultant, I had to keep my current paper and my retired paper separate. So it's really refreshing to finally have everything together, and I can see what I have, and I can see easily what I need to restock, what I can't restock, what's almost out. It's just, I like it. Oopsie, I skipped a hole. I have to fix that. Not that one. That one. That one. Easy fix. Oop, got a knot. It's on the back side. I am not going to try and fix it. I'm just going to try and flatten it as best I can and move on. Here we go. My eyeball. I got a cat hair in my eyeball. Here we go. Uh-oh. Just getting the stitching done. So if you can see the stitching side versus what I haven't finished yet, the stitching really adds a little bit of something to it. Again, for not a lot of dimension, it's not going to bulk up the album that much, and a skein, which you're getting double the amount because you're taking it down to 3 strands instead of 6. The skein, you know, is 60 cents maybe. You know, you can't buy an embellishment for 60 cents unless you get it on clearance. So and I just love the just extra element that it adds. Does it take a while? Yes, it takes a while, but it also adds enjoyment. Now, stitching may not be your thing. If it's not your thing, do some faux stitching. You know, do some embossing stitching, do pin stitching, whatever you want to do. But I enjoy the actual needle thread paper aspect. And I'm not one of those people, and surely you have figured it out by now. I am not one of those people that is a speed scrapper. I scrap for the enjoyment of it. I scrap for the relaxation. I honestly don't care if it takes me 2 or 3 days to get a layout done, as long as I'm enjoying the process. Now for you guys, I will try not to make a layout last 2 and 3 days. This one's a little bit different because of the stitching aspect, and I spent so much time yesterday before I started working going through the layouts that I did at retreat and talking about what we did at retreat and going through an album flip through. So I used up a lot of my time with that yesterday, which is why this layout ended up taking 2 days. But I may have to source some more thread because I don't think that's going to do it. I also figured out, because I have embellishments like this kind of stuff right here. I have a lot of this stuff, and I started using the 4x6 like these in the case that you get at Michael's to store my embellishments in by color. Works great. I love the concept, but what happens is I'm not digging them out and I'm not using them because they're put away. They're in a case. So what I decided I'm going to do is I found this cute little desk organizer at Tuesday Morning. I did find the Tuesday Morning open. I was quite happy. Don't need you on there. I did find the Tuesday Morning open. So I found this at Tuesday Morning, and what I'm going to do is kind of like I take care of my pantry downstairs. I've got my kitchen pantry and my working pantry. And my working pantry is where I keep my extras, you know, like my extra canned goods that are not being used on a daily basis. They restock my kitchen pantry. I've done videos on that. So basically this is going to be like my working pantry. I'm going to restock this with items that I want to try and get used out of the little bins that I've got in on my shelf with the Recollections bins or the Michael's bins. So I'm going to restock this out of those bins with stuff that I want to work on getting used. So I have some journaling cards, I have some bling, I have a couple of sparkly items that I want to get used. I have one stamp set it's a newsprint stamp set that I'm currently obsessed with. And then my die cuts that I have a feeling those are always going to live there. But just I have a space open because there's some stuff that I may want to flip in there. But this is going to be my go-to. Let's try and get some of this stuff used up and just have it on my desk, because if it's in my line of sight, I'm going to use it. I'm figuring that out to where if I put it away, I'm not using it. It's kind of like it gets put into my, I have to save that. And again, same with the paper. You can't buy new embellishments if you run out of room, So things have got to be used. Right now it's not on a really good spot on my desk. It doesn't have a home yet, but I'll find a home. So, and of course it's got pugs on it, so I had to get it. I was trying to get one that I could paint white to match the rest of the room, but it has pugs. I'm not covering those pugs up, so that is not going to get painted. It's going to stay the same color. So, if you are a long time watcher, visitor, person on my blog that's been following me for years on my blog, you'll know that I had a pug for 16 years. He was my little scrapping buddy. He's Radar, and he passed away in 2016. And I have not been able to have another dog after him because he was the best dog. I'm not ready to have another dog after him, but I would take all the pug stuff. Gladly take all the pug stuff. So, all right, I'm going to make a little bit more thread because I need just a tiny bit more. So, I'll do about that much. If I need both strands, I need both strands. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. I'm trying not to use my lips. I'm trying not to get my thread near my mouth. I'm just using the very outer. That's why sometimes it slips and falls out, because I'm trying to not really use my lips to hang on to it. So just a small amount of thread. It might be enough, it might not. If it's not enough, I have that little bit right there. I was trying to figure out a way of possibly live streaming the move-in, but also I want to have music going. I want to have, you know, a book going in the background or whatnot, and I don't want to get a copyright strike. So I will probably just do a regular room tour, vlog style. That way I don't have to worry about, you know, getting a copyright strike or having to do a lot. Well, with a live, you don't really do a lot of editing. So or I may do blog style and just edit the crap out of it. I don't know yet. We'll see. Where is it? There it is. I just poked myself in the finger. But it's okay unless there's blood. There we go. Alright, that's going to be enough. So there we go. All the stitching is done. So we're going to put those over there. We'll pull this out. Put this back on the threader. Okay, so ordinarily I would put these away immediately, but I just remembered there's a sleeping kitten in my room, and if I open the closet door, he's going to bolt for the closet, and it takes forever to get him out of there, and there's stuff in there I don't want him in, so I'm going to just hide it back under here until he's not in the room, and then I'll put it away in the closet. I think it's going to go this way, and then we're going to do okay, so there's that. So let's get these tacked down, and then we'll figure out the doodads. I'm trying to figure out which side would be better. Left side, right side. I think it would be better this way. and then title, and then embellishment. Okay, I'm thinking. We'll see, but let's get this tacked down. Okay, so if we're going this direction, embellishments here. I don't know what this is. I'm confused. I don't know what this is. I did not do this. How does this work? Well, I was thinking it was little banners, but they're stitched to the paper. I don't know. I was thinking I could take them off in little banners, but they are stitched directly to the paper. So how do you... I don't know. Okay, well, enough of that. We're dealing with silver. Let's see. Lots of gold. white do it? White might do it. Oh, I wish that was silver. Okay, so do I want this one or this one? I think I want this one. Okay. Time out for just a moment. Let me run go get my iPad real fast. I bought a Scrapbook Generations book that has a bunch of titles in it. And there's nothing on here that's of importance, so I know I just did my... whole picture. That's the one. No, not that one. Is it that one? No. Words and phrases. That one? No. Titles. That one. Alright, so let's go. Is there anything Christmas or family? Okay, so family is 82. Okay. A family is a gift. Maybe. Festive family fun, that might work. Traditions. I like that one. Traditions. Okay. There we go. Traditions. which means I probably want to go this way. And then do that there. And then that there. Okay. Well, let's try it and see. Okay. TRADIT. Yep, we got it. Okay. You know what? Because these are a little bit, I've had them a while, I think I'm going to add just a tiny bit of glue. So I'm trying out 2 different brands of glue. I've got the Gina K Connect, and then I have the Lawn Fawn. And they both are kind of in the same container. And I'm testing them both out. I have liquid glass. I love my liquid glass, but this is a little bit more convenient when you're traveling. So I'm kind of just giving them both a little test and see which one I like. I'm just adding a tiny bit. I'm not going overboard, just enough to kind of help the adhesive that's already there. Just kind of hold it for a moment. Now the bad part about this is once it's down, so there'll be no picking it back up and putting it in a different spot. Now for this one, I'm going to add a dot directly down on the paper, because I'm going to have a hard enough time getting this dot off my finger. T. A little tedious, but it's worth it. Oopsie, that could be a problem. Oops. Okay, I'm not going to worry about what's seeping out the side because that'll dry clear. Okay. O and S. And hopefully this is coming out straight. If it's not, I'm blonde. They'll figure it out. Not really, but close enough. It will work. None of my stuff is ever completely straight anyway, so it's my artwork. It's okay. Yes. Okay, so now we have, leave that there, put that there. Easiest way to put this on is to do it this way. Oh, he's dreaming. When your doily matches your paper and you can't find it. Now, I think what I'll do is, with this layout being so long ago, I don't know where the journaling went to, so I think I will save this section and do some journaling. Let's look at the original sketch and see what else I can do. Oh, they had, okay, that'll work. I can do that too. Okay. Make sure your lid's on your craft knife. That almost got my foot. There we go. That's a little better. And then add the journaling over here. But before I do that, I got to figure out my date of when these pictures were. I know Kayla was in middle school because of the shirt she has on and her haircut. But other than that, I got to figure out the date. And this is two different houses. This is my house and my mother-in-law's house. And it looks like we may have done 3 different Christmases. So that's what I need to figure out. And this thing here, I don't know how to use this thing. It's sewn together. So anyway, so let's look at the original sketches. So here are the original sketches with the layouts that I came up with. Looks like over here they had photos, but I think I'm going to just stick with my original idea with journaling. And there we go. I think that's it. Need coffee, be right back. So, okay, so let me clean up for just a moment and put this away. and then I am also going to take a really quick break, and then we'll work on another layout. So hold on one moment. Okay, so I had washed the glue off my hands. I'm going to move my clickers out of the way. I'm going to put you back in this baggie. Just pop you right here for just a moment. It's a pin, and I don't want it to get stuck in somebody's foot. And this layout is still drying, so I'm going to pop it up in my little drying rack. I have a rack of 10 paper trays up there that when I finish a layout, before I put it away, I pop it up there, make sure it's dry, make sure there's nothing on it that needs, would smear, anything like that. So okay, let's dig in our bucket of recently found layouts. And see if there's one we want to play with, or if there's a different one that we want to do. Because I'm not ready to stop playing just yet. Bowling. Let's open this one up. It appears that I may have started working on it. Let's see what this one has in store. Okay, so there's some vellum titles. My journaling. A random bead. Did I leave notes? Because they're all labeled. Did I leave notes as to what I'm doing? Hi, baby girl. These appear to be scraps. Alright, so I have a layout that I obviously cut patterns for, but I don't know. Well, this is fun. I left myself no notes. And no pattern. Alrighty, what did I do here? B, G, K, Well, this is going to be fun to figure out. I have no notes on what book I was using. I have journaling. I have a title. I have random cuts. No notes on the envelope. I hate when I do this. And I could sit here and look through my books, but I obviously did the stitching. It's obviously a 2-page layout, so it's not reflections. Which means it could be imagine or cherish. Well, let's do a flip through. I don't know that we'll be able to figure it out, but let's just see. I don't know. We'll see. Because I obviously had an idea in my brain. And back then I kept with the design pretty easily. Nope, not that. Well, maybe. Nope, not that one. Nope. L, E. I. Nope, not that one. I know this is really interesting for you guys, but I'll figure it out. See, this is what happens when you stop in the middle of a layout and you wait several years to try and finish it. Or you forget you never finished it. That could be the other thing. L is short. Nope, not that one. Definitely not that one. Not that one. That one. E. Nope. Did I write on the back of it? No. I. Okay, where's L? Oh, not that one. Bet you it's the other book. Yep, I bet you it's the other book. It's not this one. And if it's not this one, we're going to figure it out our own self. But these were the two books that I used the most. E. Nope. No, that way out by the back of my hand. I bet you this one's it. So I, E, where's L? L, this is it. That's the one. Okay, so there and there, like that. Yay! Okay, so that's the way it is there. See, here's the layout. So now we can just finish popping it together. Yay! And, yep, because there's my... Okay, so let's take a quick peek. I should have gone under J, because that's J. So what we're going to do, because I didn't put this under it, is we're not going to use this piece. Because that should have been under there like that, and I didn't do that. I wonder if I've got... I wonder if I've got enough paper to recut. I don't think so. But let me look at something really fast. Grad day, movie day, family, movie night. Comics. Oh, okay. I was looking to see if, because some of the stuff should have been underneath it during the stitching, and I didn't for some reason do that. I know, I don't know either. So let's do... I don't have enough paper to read. But you know what I could do? Ooh, you know what I could do? What's mine? White daisy, moonstruck, cranberry. I know what I can do. This, I think, is desert sand. It is, okay. I know what I'm doing. We're going to cut this out. Because I still want the stitching. But I want the original layout too. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut this out. And we're going to act like it's a frame. There is always a way to salvage a layout. Now I'm not saving those pieces because there is stitching on the back. Okay, so first off, this is this is this one. We're going to separate into where these things go. It's on the side. A is this side. L is this side. E is this side. E this side. G this side. K this side. H this side, and D that side, and then these two, I did mark them F side, and M that side. Okay. Now we have to work on sizes. So this is obviously our 6x4. We need 4 4x4s, 6x4, and then 4 4x4s. All right, let's see if that works out. This is where I love my desk templates. So that one's good. That one's good. That one is good. And that one is good. All right. I don't know if this was Kayla's birthday party or if it was Elizabeth's birthday party. I think it was Kayla's. Kayla, was this your birthday party? At the did you have an older birthday party at the bowling alley? I know we had the little one where I shoved the cupcake in your face. But was this you or was this Ellie? I think this was you. Okay. And I don't mind showing Ellie's picture because she is no longer a minor. So. And I am so glad I figured out what sketch this was. Teach me to not leave notes again. You think it was just a bowling party? Just, we went bowling? Possibly, because I don't see any decorations. I don't see a cake. Okay, okay, my journaling says that y'all just went to main event, so maybe it wasn't a birthday. Okay. Maybe it was just to get out of the house and let Mom sleep. Because it says I missed a lot while I was sleeping. So it appears that maybe Daddy took you and Ellie while I was sleeping. Which makes sense. This streaming when you're on with me, because then if I have questions you can help me answer them. Oh, I wonder if this is when we went to go pick her up from Louisiana so she could see her dad. I bet that was it. The time frame is right. Yes, you do try. Kayla, are you working too, or are you just sitting there watching me? Are you vegging, or are you working? Okay, 4x6, okay, 4x4s. So same as I always do with all of my layouts, we're going to start with the left-hand side when I'm working with a sketch. So A. You're editing a font. Okay, definitely middle school. There's a bandana. Yeah, I know. That's... A, and then B, A, B, and then C went over the top of that, like that. Okay, you know what, that'll work just fine. It's okay. And because this has stitching on it, I'm going to use the score tape. Dumpling has wiggled his box almost to the edge of the counter. So I may have to run over there and save him from falling off the table. Offset that just a little bit. Okay, so E is right here. Okay. Okay, so we're going to pop you there temporarily, bring you over. have a little keyboard tray under my desk that's got my trimmer on it. So if it's a small cut, I don't have to take it out. I can just open the keyboard tray. Hand erasers come in very handy. Now, where is my handy dandy stapler? Yeah, I hate when that happens. I tell you, this stapler, if you have a chance to get your hands on a stapler, I don't care what brand, close to my heart, Tim Holtz, We Are Memory Makers, whoever, this is the most versatile tool in my arsenal. I have 2 of these. I keep one on my desk, and I keep one in my go bag when I go to crops and stuff. And I probably was the last person ever to buy one. And we were joking at the retreat that I have 33,000 staples, because close to my heart is retiring this, so you probably won't be able to get one unless you order in the next month or so. But very, very useful. You only want to eventually, yeah, find that this is the little one, baby. This isn't a big one. This is just scrapbooking size, but try with Tim Holtz, because I have a feeling they're going to be around longer than the close to my heart one, because obviously this is on the retired list. But this, I love this thing. It just adds a little bit of something without a lot of weight. And don't you have a big one that we bought you for when you make canvases and stuff? This is the tiny one though. Oopsie. Oopsie. That's him. I think this is a 2x2. I put adhesive on the wrong side. So let me cut a new side real fast. Well, the right side of my desk is a little bit of a mess. Alright, now for this bead that I saved for how many years now. I like. Okay, cool. Alright, we're going to need some adhesive. Actually, for this we can use score tape. It's big enough. I bet they do. Check. I know you don't like Hobby Lobby, but check, because I know Hobby Lobby carries a lot of Tim Holtz stuff. So check with the coupons, and you should be able to get it like 40% off. The only thing I don't like about these tiny staplers is with the Tim Holtz one, you can only use Tim Holtz staples, and with the Close to My Heart one, you can only use Close to My Heart staples. Which is why when probably for a year, I know, it's nasty, probably for a year, if I needed to just add something to my order, I would add a box of staples. And that's how I ended up with 33,000 staples. But Tim Holtz has been around longer than Close to My Heart as far as the stapler is concerned. So if I was to buy one, I'd probably buy that one. And then just when you go to the art store, just pick up a box of staples every time. Or use your coupons. Is what I would do. Okay, so B, D, D, D. Are you a B or a D? You're a D. Okay, so you're right there. The staple, the Tim Holtz stapler, or the staples, or a different brand. Just regular hand staples. Check your, okay, so check your bottom drawer. No, that's not the kind. Okay, never mind. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, the one we bought you was for stretching canvases. It wasn't a hand stapler like what this is. So yeah, that wouldn't work for closing packages. So this one. It would be a better. You think it would be a better than I could? Okay, so we got that, and then we have yeah, like that, because then I can, well, no. I'm just checking placement. It's gotta go that way. Okay. I was hoping I could do it. Oh, I can do it that way. Okay. That would work. Okay. So, which are you? L goes with you. M goes there. H, G, G, H, okay. Okay. So we need, this is this one. There we go. Okay, so now we need to figure out, do I want black journaling or blue journal or desert sand journaling? I wonder if I could do that. Do I have one that doesn't have stitching on it? I do. All right, let's do that. that works. Okay, so now I want some foam tape. I do want to pop this up. Alright, so here is the finished product. Now remember, when I started this, I had a jumble of cuts and I had a jumble of photographs, and I had no sketch, nothing. I had no notes to myself, no anything. So we went through and we found the book, we found the sketch. This is the original sketch. It is page 40 of Imagine, the Close to My Heart book. So we found the sketch, thank goodness. And then there's the layout. So normally I would try and do some more embellishments, but considering the stitching and cutting out the frame, because I remembered that I accidentally stitched these down without putting the backer pieces under it first. So all I did was cut these out and put the backing pieces underneath it. So I think with that, that's kind of embellishment on its own, in its own right. So I think I'm going to leave it alone and try not to add anything else to it. I think if I did, because the papers are busy and the action in the photos are so busy, I think if I was to try and add any more embellishments, that would be too much for this layout. So today we completed this layout, and we completed, now this is the one that we started yesterday, so we completed this layout too, and we completed this layout. Not bad at all. Again, thank you so much for joining me, Kayla. I'm going to go ahead and go. I'll let you get back to work. For those of you that are going to tune in later, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate the time that you take to spend with me. I know that there are many different channels that you can be choosing to spend your time, and I'm very grateful that you choose to spend some of your time with me. Until next time, bye.